We are continuing to talk about the big story in the sports world, the tragedy, the passing of Kobe Bryant, among the 9 lives lost in the helicopter tragedy in Los Angeles yesterday. So among the Dodgers to post Justin Turner, I was speechless then, and I'm speechless now. Thank you for all the memories. Greatest of all time, number 8, number 24, Mamba mentality forever. Justin Turner among those in the Dodger family, certainly affected by what happened yesterday and the shocking tragedy that we're all kind of digesting, including David Vassegh, our Dodgers correspondent and our Los Angeles insider. And David, we kind of mentioned this at the beginning of the show when we talked about your coming on with us. Cannot imagine the despair and the grief that has gripped greater Los Angeles on this day.
Yeah, just to put it in perspective, Matt, there's no greater sports athlete in Los Angeles than Kobe Bryant. Maybe Magic Johnson. He's the one guy that during his time of playing here, as you know, the Lakers are everything to Los Angeles. They find a way to bring so many different walks of life in this huge city together. And Kobe just meant so much to so many people in this city, and so many kids looked up to him. And that's why this city definitely has their heart broken, because it's shocking. He was, you wake up one morning and you find out this news, and I was at Disneyland yesterday with my family, and it was just so bizarre walking through those lines and hearing just people in line talking about, did you hear the news? Did you hear the news? And I guess somewhat the ironic part of being at Disneyland was that was one of Kobe's favorite places to go with his wife and with his children. They would go there after hours. He just loved going there. And there you see Kobe with Tommy Lasorda. He came to Dodger games when he was a rookie. He threw out the first pitch from the rubber, I might add. And last year or a couple of years ago, he came through before a World Series game when Puig hit that big home run off of Nunez. He was wearing a Machado jersey right behind home plate and walked through the clubhouse. And it's interesting too, because Cody Bellinger was back on the East Coast, and he got his award for the MVP, and Kobe actually sent Bellinger a message 15 hours before on social media congratulating him. And then you wake up just less than 24 hours later and you get this news. And Cody, Kershaw, Justin Turner are going to be at a golf tournament. It's actually Justin Turner's 5th annual Justin Turner Foundation Golf Classic. So this morning I'm heading over there to talk to those guys, because not just fans, but everybody across the world. He was a global icon to so many people, and just a model for so many people. I saw soccer players dedicating their goals in Europe to him. So he just meant he was a guy that could fit in with any type of group. And that's what makes him unique. And that's why so many people are affected. He had that unique ability, similar to Magic Johnson, to make you feel when you met him, even though he had never met you before, that you had known each other for 20 years and you were best friends. And I really believe that's part of the reason why people that never met him, just saw him play, are so deeply affected by it.
David, we came on with the Justin Turner tweet. I think Kobe, to me, what makes him unique is that he's the only basketball player I can remember that affected athletes in all sports. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a baseball player, a soccer player, or whatever. He was able to affect players, especially in the Southern California area.
Yeah, it's amazing, Ron. You're exactly right how different athletes from different sports really took his mentality as motivation for themselves. You see Yasiel Puig there with Kobe, and they had a long-standing relationship because the Dodgers brought Kobe to meet Yasiel to try to help him assimilate and try to get him not on the right track, but try to get his mind in the right mental frame to be as good as he possibly can be. And he really was something special to Yasiel. There you see him with the Machado jersey during that Game 4 of the 2018 World Series. And, it's just really hard for this city right now because, like you said, Ron, he meant so much to so many even athletes. And the reason why is what I mentioned. He was so good at relating to people and making you feel really special. And I think he did that with soccer players because he loves soccer. He grew up in Italy, even though he was born in Philadelphia. His formative years were in Italy, where soccer was king. And that's what I believe really helped him be a better, well-rounded person culturally, seeing that side of the globe. And China, I mean, he really made a huge impact in China bringing his brand over there, and it's just a tragic day because as parents, I think we think about Kobe as the father too, father of 4 girls, and the tragedy of his daughter Gigi being with him on a helicopter on the way to his Mamba Sports Academy, which I only live about 20 minutes from, and he took that helicopter routinely. He took it to Laker games to avoid traffic from Newport Beach to downtown, and to get from Newport Beach to Thousand Oaks, where his academy is. It's at least 2-hour drive from where he is. So that's something that everybody in Los Angeles knew he did to use his transportation to avoid the gridlock of LA. He was just so invincible and had this air of invincibility, that Mamba mentality that he preached, that you never thought things would go this way for him and his family.
Unspeakably sad event, of course, one that we're all wrapping our heads around, the loss of 9 lives in the helicopter tragedy yesterday. For the Dodgers, and beyond the grieving and this terrible story, there's business to conduct, David, and we'd be remiss if we didn't ask you about it before we let you go. Some kind of fresh, and I'm not even going to call them rumors, just some fresh information that Mookie Betts might, in fact, be dealt before opening day. And along with the San Diego Padres, the Dodgers are one of the teams that are gaining some traction in that discussion. Is there anything that you can update us on that front?
Well, guys, that would be a great departure from what I was told by a really good source on the Boston Red Sox side before Christmas. They were intent on keeping Mookie Betts into opening day and see where their season went. Now, that was before this whole Astros sign stealing thing came in and the investigation into the Red Sox. But they really felt that if Chris Sale could get back to form and David Price was close to back to form, that they could compete again for the AL East. So, to my knowledge, they had every intention going into opening day and running this back with the same group of really good offensive players and see where it goes before they made a decision on trading Mookie Betts. That may have changed, like I said, over the last month or so because of their situation with no manager right now. But as far as I know, they planned on going into the season for Mookie Betts. And like we all know, these trade discussions, they may be getting the temperature of other teams to see how willing they may be go, how far they may go on July 31st. So right now, I would obviously discussions are happening, but as we know, these discussions sometimes don't materialize until July.
David Vassegh in Los Angeles on the Dodgers' interest in Mookie Betts and the passing of Kobe Bryant on this Monday. David, thanks.
Thanks, guys.